Hello mga ka-sifas. Diba? So, yung discussion natin ngayon ay Chapter 9. So, PAS 1 pa rin. Presentation of Financial Statements. So, but ang ngayon ay Statement of Comprehensive Income. Okay. So, dun sa reference book pa rin natin na Conceptual Framework and Accounting Standards ni Balix 2020 edition. So, nasa page 180. Okay. So, Statement of Comprehensive Income. So, nung basic accounting ninyo, naka-encounter na kayo or nakapag-prepare na kayo ng income statement. So, 'di ba? Service and merchandising. So, ang comprehensive income and income statement ay magkaiba. Okay, so makita nyo kung ano yung difference nilang dalawa. So, unahin natin yung income statement. So, an income statement is a formal statement showing the financial performance of an entity for a given period of time. So, the financial performance of an entity is primarily measured in terms of the level of income earned by the entity through the effective and efficient utilization of its resources. So, the financial performance is also known as the results of operations of the entity. So, pag sinabi nating financial performance, yun yung income statement. So, kapag sinabi nating financial position, yun yung balance sheet. Okay, so, sa financial position, ang laman, assets, liabilities, and equity. Pag financial performance, income statement, ang laman ay income and expenses. So, sa income statement, doon yung makikita yung result ng operation kung meron ba kayong net income or net loss, or kung meron kayong profit or loss. Okay? So, nung basic accounting ninyo, under ng service, para lang makuha ang net income or yung profit, so, ang ginagawa lang natin ay revenues minus expenses. 'Di ba? So, kung naaalala nyo, so, revenues minus expenses, yun yung profit or net income. So, pag negative yung lumabas dyan, so, yun yung loss. Okay? So, ang merchandising, sa under naman ng merchandising and manufacturing, so, yung merchandising na-discuss din sa inyo yan ng basic accounting. So, yung manufacturing, ngayon nyo palang madidiscuss after ng corporation ninyo. So, sa merchandising, pareho lang sila ng manufacturing kung paano makuha yung profit or net income or loss. So, net sales minus cost of goods sold equals gross income minus operating expenses. Yung operating expenses natin dalawa, selling expenses and admin expenses. So, ililess lang yung operating expenses kay gross income para makuha yung profit or net income, or kapag negative siya, so loss. Okay? So, merong asterisk yung, may asterisk dyan yung cost of goods sold. Kasi, since pareho si merchandising and manufacturing sa pagkuha ng net income, magkaiba lang sila dyan sa cost of goods sold. Kasi, di ba pag sinabi natin merchandising, so buy and sell. So, bibili ka, tapos ibebenta mo. So, kukuhanin mo yung cost of goods sold doon. So, ang formula lang doon, kung naalala nyo, ay merchandise inventory beginning plus net purchases equals cost of goods available for sale minus merchandise inventory ending equals cost of goods sold. But pag manufacturing na, yun, since ang manufacturing ay from raw materials, i-convert mo into final product, mas mahaba yung formula ng cost of goods sold. Yun yung raw materials beginning plus net purchases equals materials available for use minus raw materials ending equals direct materials use plus direct labor plus factory overhead equals total manufacturing cost plus work in process beginning equals cost of goods put into process minus work in process ending equals cost of goods manufactured plus work finished goods beginning equals cost of goods available for sale minus finished goods ending equals cost of goods sold. So, pag kinompare natin yung cost of goods sold ni merchandising and manufacturing, so, di hamak na mas mahaba yung cost of goods sold na formula natin ng manufacturing. Kasi, di ba, sabi nga natin pagdating sa operation, mas komplikado yung kay manufacturing kasi from raw materials, i-convert mo into final product. So, yan yung formula natin para makuha natin yung net income or net loss or profit or loss natin. So, pag negative yung lumabas dyan, so, ibig sabihin yan ay loss. So, yung service ninyo, kapag ang expenses ay greater than dun sa revenues ninyo, so, ibig sabihin meron kang loss. So, lugi pa. But kapag ang revenues mo ay mas mataas kaysa dun sa expenses, so, ibig sabihin ikaw ay may profit. So, kumita ka. Okay. So, ganun din sa merchandising and manufacturing. Kaya lang yung expenses dito, kinlassify na natin sila kung siya ay cost of goods sold ba or operating expenses. Okay. The income statement for a period presents the income, expenses, gains, losses, and net income or loss recognized during the period. So, may mga terms na dyan. Merong income, expenses, gains, losses, and net income or loss or net loss. So, dapat alam natin yung mga terms na yan, kung ano yung mga yan. Okay. So, dyan maraming nagkakamali. Okay. So, pag sinabi nating profit or net income, pareho lang yon. So, let's say yung sa service, yung revenue natin ay 1,000 and yung expenses natin ay 700. So, ibig sabihin, pag niles natin yung 700 sa 1,000, meron kang 300 na profit or yun yung kinita mo o yung tubo. So, ang profit or net income, pareho lang sila. Okay. Ang revenue or sales, so ito naman kung magkano natin siya naibenta or kung magkano natin i-charge yung customer natin dun sa service. Okay. So, pag revenue or sales, hindi yan yung kinita or yung tubo. Kung magkano mo siya naibenta. Okay. So, yung gain and expenses and loss, so i-discuss din natin kung ano to. Okay. So, pag kasi sinabi nating income, okay, so income is increases in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of inflows or enhancements of assets or decreases of liabilities that result in increases in equity, other than those relating to contributions from equity participants. So, kung di ba naalala nyo yung equity, basic accounting natin, apat yung pumapasok doon, capital withdrawals, income, and expenses. Okay? So, yung income na service, once na nag-render ka na service, di ba, meron kang income. So, ano nangyari? Nag-i-increase yung equity natin. Okay? So, pag nagkaroon ka ng income. So, ano sabi dyan? Increases economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of inflows or enhancements of assets. So, pwede mag-increase yung asset mo pag nagkaroon ka ng income. Let's say, nagkaroon ka ng cash kasi nag-render ka ng service. So, mag-i-increase yung asset. Or, decreases of liability. So, pwedeng nag-render ka ng service. So, ang instead na bayaran ka niya ng cash, since meron kang liability, so, ang gagawin ay babawasan na lang yung liability mo. So, yung effect niya pa rin ay mag-i-increase yung equity. Okay. So, yung revenue and gains, sabi, the definition of income encompasses both revenue and gains. Okay. So, ano yung revenue and ano yung gain? So, pag sinabi natin revenue arises in the course of the ordinary activities of an enterprise. So, revenue arises in the course of the ordinary activities of an enterprise. Okay? While yung gains represent other items that meet the definition of income, so magi-increase yung asset mo or magdi-decrease yung liability niya, in effect, liability mo, in effect, ay magi-increase yung equity mo, and may or may not arise in the ordinary course of, the ordinary activities of an enterprise. May or may not arise in the course of the ordinary activities of an enterprise. Okay, so ganito yan. Let's say, example, kunwari ay nagbebenta tayo ng lupa. Real estate yung business natin. So, ano ibig sabihin? Ano ina-engage natin? Ano yung binibenta? Anong ginagawa natin? Nagbebenta ka ng lupa. Okay? So, kapag nagbenta ka ng lupa, let's say 1 million, binenta mo yung lupa, 1 million. So, makaka-receive ka ng cash, 1 million. So, yung 1 million na yon ang tawag doon, revenue. Okay? Or sales. Bakit? Kasi, ang activity natin talaga ay nagtitinda or nagbebenta tayo ng lupa kasi real estate tayo. Okay? So, yung 1 million na yun, i-record mo siya as revenue. Okay? But kung yung expenses niya doon, kung magkano yung cost ng lupa, ileless mo lang doon sa revenue, yun yung magiging profit natin or loss. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ordinary course of business or ordinary activity of ordinary activity of the enterprise. So, ibig sabihin tayo yung ang activity natin talaga is nagtitinda or nagbebenta ng lupa kasi real estate tayo. Okay? But what if manufacturing tayo ng t-shirt. Okay? So, manufacturing tayo ng t-shirt. Let's say meron kang lupa na hindi mo na ginagamit and since kailangan mo ng cash, so ang ginawa mo, binenta mo yung lupa. Okay? So, ano yung activity natin? Manufacturing tayo ng t-shirt. So, nagpo-produce tayo ng mga t-shirt. Okay? So, yun yung activity natin. So, pag binenta natin yung lupa, let's say 1 million mo siya binenta, pero binili mo yung lupa na yun is 700. Okay? So, yung 1 million na yun, hindi mo siya i-record as revenue. Bakit? Kasi hindi naman yun yung ordinary activity natin. Okay? Hindi naman kasi talaga tayo nagtitinda ng lupa or nagbebenta ng lupa. So, yung binenta mo na 1 million, tapos yung cost mo doon ay 700. So, ang tawag doon, pag niles natin yung 1 million sa 700, yun ang tawag doon ay gain. Okay? So, hindi siya net income or hindi siya profit. Kasi hindi naman yun yung activity talaga natin. Hindi naman talaga yun yung binibenta natin. Okay? So, pag sinabi natin gains represent other items that meet the definition of income may or may not arise in the course of the ordinary activities of an enterprise. Kaya kapag dating sa recording sa entry yan, so magkaiba sila din ng entry. Kasi kapag dating kay real estate, yun yung business talaga natin. So ano ina-entry natin doon? Debit, cash, 'di ba? Kasi naka-receive ka, and credit, revenue. Okay? So mag-a-appear yung ano natin, yung profit natin doon kasi i-record mo yung cost ng lot natin or ng land natin, tapos i-credit mo yung land. Okay, kasi tatanggalin mo yung land. So yung revenue minus yung cost ng land, so yun yung mag-a-appear na profit. Okay? So ganito yung magiging entry natin kapag sa real estate. So, debit cash, 1 million and credit sales, 1 million. O revenue, 1 million. Tapos, cost of land, 700,000 and credit land, 700,000. So, yung sales minus yung cost of land natin dyan na 700,000. So, yung tawag natin doon ay profit or net income. So, naibenta mo ng 1 million, ang cost ng land natin ay 700. So, meron kang profit na 300,000. Okay. So, yan kapag real estate tayo. Okay. Kapag naman manufacturing tayo ng t-shirt, nagbenta tayo ng land, so, binenta natin siya ng 1 million, ang entry naman natin ay debit cash, 1 million, and credit land, 700,000. So, yung difference na 300,000, yun yung gain on sale of land. Okay? So, makita nyo yung difference nila. So, itong kabila real estate, ibig sabihin, so yung ordinary activity niya or yung ordinary course of activity niya ay magbenta ng lupa. Yung kabila, yung nasa right side, ay manufacturing tayo ng table. So, ibig sabihin, hindi iyon yung ordinary activity ng entity or ng company. Kaya, yung difference niya, meron siyang 300 recorded as gain on sales of land. Okay? So, yun yung difference ng revenue or ng sales doon sa gain. Okay, so makikita nyo yan, sabi ko nga lang, sinasabi pagdating sa financial accounting or dun sa intermediate accounting. Okay, oops, nakakita ng entry, wag masyadong kabahan o baka may hinamatay na agad at may nakitang debit and credit. Okay, so madali lang naman yung entry. Re-recall nyo lang yung na-discussin nyo nung basic accounting ninyo. So, yung mga normal balances. So, debit cash kasi nag-increase ang asset. Siya ay asset, diba? So, nag-increase ang asset. So, kaya siya ay debit. So, sales, binenta natin. So, ang sales, ang normal balance niya ay credit. So, increase siya sa equity. Okay? So, increase in equity, so credit. Okay? Cost of land, ibig sabihin yung para expenses, binili mo siya na 700. Then, ang cost ng land natin ay 700,000. Credit land kasi binenta mo, so nawala yung, nabawasan yung land mo, so kaya credit land 700,000. Kasi pag nag-increase ang asset, kasi ang land ay asset, pag nag-increase ang asset, so debit, pag nag-decrease yung asset, siya ay credit. Okay? So, yan yung difference ng revenue and gain. So, doon naman sa kabila, debit cash kasi nag-increase din yung cash, 'di ba? So, asset siya, kaya siya ay debit. So, binenta mo yung land, nawala yung land, nabawasan yung land mo, kaya credit, 700,000 land. Yung gain on sale of land, kay ano naman yan, credit din yan kasi ang effect niyan ay increase in equity. So, kung mag-increase yung equity, so normal balance na ay credit. Okay. So, ano naman yung expenses? So, expenses are decreases in economic benefits during the accounting period in the form of outflows or depletions of assets or incurrences of liabilities that result in decreases in equity other than those relating to distributions to equity participants. So, kabaliktaran lang naman siya ng revenue. So, anong effect niya? So, decrease sa equity. Okay, so pwedeng mag-decrease yung asset mo or kaya mag-increase yung liabilities mo. So, ang effect niya ay decreases sa equity. Okay, so while yung losses naman, ano pala yung ano nila, yung katulad din nung sa revenue and gain. So, yung revenue ay yung gain, ay yung expenses. Sabi, those expenses that arise in the course of ordinary activities of the enterprise. So, pwedeng yan yung mga, may mga ano ng expenses natin yun. Cost of service, or kaya cost of goods sold, selling expenses, and advertising or administrative expenses. Okay? Or other operating expenses. Pag sinabi naman nating losses, represent other items that meet the definition of expense din. So, ano ibig sabihin? Magdi-decrease din yung asset niya or mag-i-increase yung liability niya. In effect, magdi-decrease yung equity. So, may or may not arise in the course of the ordinary activities of the enterprise. Okay? So, losses represent decreases in economic benefits and as such are no different in nature from other expenses. Hence, they are not regarded as a separate element. Okay? So, yun yung loss and expenses.